You see them?
The Furies of Orestу.
The Furies! Apollo, help me! Where am I?
May everyone present please rise and repeat the words of the sacred oath after me. I stand here humbly in the name of God.
I stand here humbly in the name of God.
Swear by this oath.
Swear by this oath.
Not to ever be unjust nor indecisive.
Not to ever be unjust nor indecisive.
May my judgment always be true.
May my judgment always be true.
May the justice forever be served.
May the justice forever be served.
And all of the gods therefore satisfied.
And all of the gods therefore satisfied.
Thank you. You may now take your seats. We've gathered here today to discuss the case of Orestes, the son of the great warrior Agamemnon and his wife Clytemnestra. While Agamemnon was at war, his wife and her lover, Aegisthus, conspired a plot against him, and when he returned, they killed him. A few years later, once he grew by age, Orestes, Agamemnon's only son, killed both his mother and her lover. It is our duty to decide whether Orestes was right to kill his mother, or whether he should be charged for his sins. A group of 5 prosecutors sit here today charging Orestes with matricide. Philaegistus, a close friend of King Aegisthus. Oyax, son of the Argive hero Nauplius. Taltibus, former herald of Agamemnon. Demonoton, citizen of Argos. Tyndareus, father of Clytemnestra and Helena. The group of defendants consists of Pylades, Orestes' best friend. Pylagras, farmer, citizen of Argos. Diomedes, son of Thetis, a great warrior who fought side to side with Agamemnon. Demetrius, Agamemnon's servant, and Orestes himself, the son of the great warrior Agamemnon and his wife Clytemnestra. May now the first prosecutor take the stand.
Honorable jury, fellow citizens, and above all, the glorious people of Argos. We have gathered here today to once again condemn those who are a fault of our society. Today's trial is quite different from those that came before. Take a look at this man sitting here. Some of you would say that he's a person, but I guarantee you, people, that this man is not a person, but rather an animal. The pure evil that lies in this human body goes by the name of Orestes. Orestes violates justice by having committed the most unholy crime of them all, the matricide. Yes, my dear friends, this man has indeed killed his own mother. The anger I see today on your faces is justified, but not nearly enough. We need to feel rage. We need to hear rage. We need to show rage. As if the killing of Clytemnestra wasn't enough, this man had to add one more victim to his gruesome killings by killing my dear friend Aegisthus. However, today I am not speaking before you as a grieving friend, but rather as a citizen of Argos, who is deeply afraid for our justice system and very concerned for our democracy. Imagine what would we, as a society, turn into if everybody started taking justice into their own hands. I am greatly opposed to the very principle of revenge, and I know that you all are too. Clytemnestra and Augustus did not deserve to be murdered in cold blood, as they should have faced this court for their own crimes.
They did.
Therefore, the citizens of Argos, we are not only indignant about the unholy matricide, but also about the fact that Orestes has brought shame on all of us, the sons of Zeus, by killing his own mother and disrespecting this court and its core values. Let me ask you a question, righteous people. What is a mother? A mother is a woman who gave us birth, a woman who fed us, held us, protected us, a woman who made us all become the people we are today. You all know that, but a mother is a lot more. A mother is a symbol of everything divine. Therefore, Orestes has not only deserved our punishment, but also the wrath of God. What I have here in my hands today, people, is a letter written by this man himself, in which he is stating his hatred for his mother, his hatred for the gods, and his hatred for you, all of you, the people of Argos. What we have here is a lawless, godless, evil man. The matter is clear. We should end this cycle of blood for blood by finally punishing murder in this court. Make no mistake, people. Blood should have blood, but only when we, all of us, the people, decide to do so. The verdict is guilty, followed by the death sentence. Make Orestes face justice. Make Orestes face death. Make Orestes face the wrath of gods. Let's show him who we are. This is Argos.
Make a second trust.
People of Argos, honest citizens, I am very well aware that you know who I am, or better said, who my brother was. Palamedes the Wise, a fair man, inventor of the dice and of several letters of the alphabet, stoned by the same man whom he had instructed, based on false accusations and false testimony set up by Odysseus, and pronounced guilty by this man's father, the harsh and tyrannical King Agamemnon. I must say I was heartbroken, but not surprised, for I know sin runs through his family's blood, from incest and treachery to murder, all taking matters into their own hands and punishing each other against the law and how they thought was right. Just as King Agamemnon thought my brother deserved what happened to him. Gentlemen, guilty of what? Betraying the city which he had loved and fought for? No, honest man, he was guilty of unmasking Odysseus' plan to avoid leaving for Troy. He was guilty of simply being wiser, and for that, being a target to those who were jealous of him. And then King Agamemnon had the audacity to call my brother to court and there declare his punishment. So now at least I know the gods could see the injustice brought upon him. And then I ask, why didn't this man here follow his father's steps? Shouldn't he have taken his mother's case in front of the judges instead of ending it with a sword on his own? I guess both him and King Agamemnon liked playing gods in their own way. If what he did was right, citizens, why don't we all take justice into our own hands? What would this world look like if you, for example, insulted me? and I decided to kill you. And then your cousins decided to kill me in revenge. Would that be justice? What are we all here for then? What are the laws and the court for? Instead of a rightful man, in front of you today is a scoundrel, a murderer and a lawless man. Is his mindless rage above this noble court, above our social norms and moral behaviors? No, man, it is most definitely not. That path leads only to bloodshed, anarchy, and destruction. So now, I call upon your veracity and your fair judge. Don't let the same injustice that happened to my brother happen again. You don't want
Honorable people of Argos, respected citizens of this polis, dear comrades, you who are here because of justice and truth, allow me to remind you on all misfortunes that Agamemnon and his son Orestes did to us. Among you, I recognize many who have fought for honor, respect, and status of Greece. I see those who lost their lives because of Trojan War.
You're lying.
I see those who lost their closest because war. Those of you who said goodbye to your descendants and never saw them again. Are you wondering who is to blame for that?
Agamemnon.
Yes. We all know that name. We all know that name. Agamemnon, the name which we associated with Tyre, blood, and all victims in Trojan War. What kind of man is that who sacrificed his own daughter to get permission of goddess Artemida to launch thousands of ships because of sieges of Troy?
A lawless man. A
godless man.
Silence!
Do you know how many people died in that war? That's a huge number of people. I know that you agree with me.
We do.
And I share my sadness with you. But I can't understand how someone can inflict so many people because glory and personal satisfaction. Monster. Agamemnon's greed and reign for glory, desire, collapsed all principles of humanity and morality. Thousands of stabbed bodies, cut heads, liters of blood. Why? Because of what? Because of what?
Because of our woman.
Yes, all that victims because of a woman, because one woman, because Helen. Is that justified? Who are you for Orestes and his father that they can cheat you like that? Didn't he humiliate you with such an act?
Yes.
And sending in nonsensical wars? Honorable people, you know that apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I'm afraid that Orestes inherited all traits of his father. Like father, like son.
That's right.
That's right.
No,
Yes. Don't allow the same error to be repeated. I'm convinced that you will take this into your account when you make decision. All damage and harm for Agamemnon and his son Orestes. Honorable people, dear comrades, I know that we together see the same justice and the same truth.
We do.
Yes, we do.
People of Argus, honorable citizens, I am aware that you know who I am and what I did while I was serving as Agamemnon's herald. But I dare say that you cannot even imagine what it was like to live in constant fear of being killed by your king if his orders weren't obeyed. I'm not proud of what I did and how certain actions caused many suffering to plenty people. But that was the only way I could survive. Look who the king I served was as a person. He sacrificed his own daughter and the lives of many Greeks for the sake of transient glory. He ordered the rape and enslavement of many Trojan women, not caring who would take care of their newborns, who were left without parents.
How much did they pay you?
Silence. What I'm trying to say is that I don't want to let my past inevitable actions stop you from listening to what I have to say about the case we're dealing with right now.
You're corrupted.
Having been Agamemnon's servant, and knowing what he and his father Atreus have done, I guarantee you that his son Orestes is the same as them. He openly opposed the law by having killed his mother and her lover Aegisthus. What's even worse is that he planned their murder with his own sister. This man doesn't deserve to live. And I beg thee, honorable people of Argus, let this man face the consequences of his actions, and let us save the rule of law and ourselves from this sinful man.
Greeks, people of Argos, friends, not since noble King Agamemnon and our allies conquered the city of Troy have we known such a glorious day. But now, my friends, in this hour of glory, we must be on our guard. From the shadow comes a new threat. People like Orestes over here that kill merely to grab the power or to grab the influence. People like him threaten our very way of life.
That's Aegisthus.
He came before you here today to declare himself innocent. And this will be indeed a very dark day for Argonian democracy if he is to be innocent, but he is not. Yes, Clytemnestra was a bad woman, no doubt about it. But does that justify the act that this man here committed?
No.
Exactly.
She should have faced this court.
Yes, she deserved a trial and punishment by law and law only. Not at the hands of her own beloved son, at the hands of her own flesh and blood. So, I ask you, noble people of Argos, shall we let the danger grow?
No!
Or will we act as Greeks, with courage and dignity? Because remember, we are the sons of Zeus. So, you know what you can expect from race such as these monsters. You know that they will say anything to justify themselves. They are all a race of rabid bastards that will kill only to gain power, glory, and influence. But they do not know what they are up against. Argos is civilization. Argos is democracy. Argos is order.
Yes.
And here, in this courtroom right here, we are Argos. So therefore the verdict must be guilty and he must be punished by that and that only. Thank you.
People of Argos, my name is Pilades. I'm standing here in front of you as Orestes' best friend. Actually, we are more like family. We've known each other from the first day of our lives.
You haven't seen.
First of all, I want you to know that we're not talking about Agamemnon here. These people know that you hate him, that you hated him, and they want to use that fact. But you must know that we're not talking about him. We're talking about Orestes. Yes, Orestes is the son of Agamemnon, but they're not the same person. Why is Zoix, for example, here? He's here because he wants to take a revenge for his brother's death. You want to take a revenge because your brother was killed, and you want another unjust death for Orestes.
That's right.
What we're talking about.
That's only the truth.
Order! Please, you must know that we're not talking about Orestes. After so many years, he's back now in the town. Why? Because his father was murdered. His father was killed by his mother and her lover. Of course, at first moment, he wanted to take revenge. He wanted to kill them. But then, it is his mother. It was his mother. It wasn't an easy decision to make. But after one talk, everything was clear. And I'm here, standing and talking to you as a witness of that talk, as a witness of a talk between big Apollo and his favorite son, Orestes. Apollo told Orestes that he must fulfill the will of the gods, that he must take a revenge for his father's death. So, after that talk, Orestes killed them, but not because he wanted that, but because gods wanted that. You must know that. And I know that these people here think that I don't have a proof for my story, and I know that maybe you think that I'm lying, but I have a proof. This scarf on my skin. Apollo made this, and this will be on my skin forever, because he knew that I will be with Orestes at this moment. He knew that I will be here to take care of him and to make sure that he doesn't get in trouble. So people, please listen carefully to me and all of my colleagues after me. And I know you'll make a right decision. I know that you'll release this innocent man.
Take a second. Take a stand.
Another liar.
Yes.
People of Argos, I'm Demetrius, the late king's husband. No, servant. Orestes here had done what you've accused him of. But as you already know, according to the Dike, if the reasons for the killing are justified, then the verdict must be not guilty. I beg you to hear my words and vote justly, for this trial is solely a revenge act against Agamemnon. And even though Orestes is his father's son, he is not him. You accuse Orestes of matricide, but let me assure you Clytemnestra was far from a mother. What kind of mother kills her children's father? What kind of a mother conspires with her husband's enemy, who wishes death not only upon him, but upon his entire family, including his children?
Why do you want to justify the murder?
Is that the kind of mother you're defending here today?
That's not
a mother who didn't move a single finger when her lover tried to kill her 10-year-old son. Luckily, I was there that day. And since I was a witness to all the horrible crimes that had happened, I managed to save young Orestes from Aegisthus' claws. I took helpless Orestes and sent him off to Delphi. I fulfilled his so-called mother's duty and took care of her child, for she was not only a bad woman, a bad wife, but a bad mother as well.
But she shouldn't have been killed.
A dishonorable mother who isn't even worthy of her title. For a mother is not only a blood relative, but someone to look up to, someone to protect her children and always act in their advance. The killing of Clytemnestra, I cannot even call her Orestes' mother, was as just as the killing of the cunning tyrant that was Aegisthus. Even the prosecution here knows that, and the only reason they're here today is because of old grudges, and they're not even against Orestes, but against his father Agamemnon. Or they're here today to gain political points and get the most out of this unfortunate situation.
Lies.
If you fail to recognize Talthybius' lies, just remember that I too have worked for our late king. And I don't remember him ever trembling with fear or hesitating to do anything Agamemnon ordered him to do.
I was ordered to do so.
He is as much to blame for everything he's accusing Agamemnon of.
Lies.
He never tried to help his country, but only help himself, as he's doing now. He was as loyal to Agamemnon as he is to the usurper today, and tomorrow, once Orestes is cleared of all charges and reclaims the throne, he will try to win back his trust again. Please, do not fall for the deceiving words of these people. Clytemnestra and Aegisthus not only conspired against our righteous king, but against a 10-year-old child, and they deserved everything that came to them. Orestes is the only person with the right to claim the throne, and as you've already heard, he only fulfilled the gods' wishes. You call yourselves sons of Zeus, but you want to murder the person who actually listened to the real son of Zeus, Apollon. Orestes should not be punished for what he did, but rather celebrated. Under his reign, the gods will always be on our side.
How can you celebrate?
The good people of Argos, you deserve this honorable man as your king. Argos will have a bright future with him sitting on the throne.
May the next defendant take a stand.
People of Argos, we're gathered here today for already well-known reason. And I'm And my name is Philagrus. I am a farmer, and above all, I am a citizen, just like you, just like all of you who are today sitting here. And I want to tell you that tyranny and usurping the polis aren't the best ways to find our suitable king. And Aegisthus is nothing but a tyrant. Orestes is our destined king whose throne, and not just throne, but life were endangered because of Clytemnestra and her lover Aegisthus. They killed Agamemnon without blinking. Agamemnon was our king. No, he wasn't a bad king. He was a king who was ready to sacrifice everything for our cause.
He was either his daughter.
I know everything because I'm a citizen of Argos. Agamemnon was a good king because he was ready to sacrifice even the life of his daughter for us. So we could come out and say that after all those years of fighting, after all those years of Trojan War, we have won. Argos had won. And now you're defending an Aegisthus who is nothing but a tyrant. And the slut, Clytemnestra, who even...
Who is your mother?
My mother? No, she wasn't. And you came here from Sparta. You came here from Sparta, Tyndareus, to defend your daughters and to prosecute your grandson for doing what was only a will of God. And you call yourself a son of Zeus. The real son of Zeus is Apollo. And you are here standing and you're prosecuting your grandson. Are you aware of what you're doing? I don't know how you have been taught in Sparta, but in here, we don't value those kind of women. So please, people, understand that the other person who is standing here is the monoton, who requires the patronage of powerful people from Argos. And he craves for it for years. He craves for it for years. Why don't you stand up and swear under the oath that you're here only as a servant of justice? Why don't you swear under the oath? You can't swear because you're a liar. You're a liar. Why didn't you swear earlier? You should really be ashamed. And people of Argos, please, don't let those people manipulate you. They're here because of their own good. They're not here because they love or even appreciate what we have in our polis. So please, understand that people who live here are those who should give us the verdict not guilty. Because Orestes is our king, and he will always be, because he is a man of honor, he is a man of religion, and above all, he is a good man. Tyrants and people made of greed and people who are craving for power don't belong here. Because this is Argos, and not what you think that it is.
People of Argos, please let me introduce myself. My name is Diomedes and I am the son of the Tydeus. I'm a great warrior who's now retired, but nevertheless I remain loyal to late Agamemnon. I implore you to listen carefully every my word. I'm the one who really understands the situation Agamemnon was in. The situation which brought us here today. Trust me when I say, I'm the one who fully feels the severity of this case. Since I was the one who was also cheated by my wife, and I saw her dead. After a big and hard battle, I saw her dead. Just put yourselves in my shoes. Just put yourselves in Agamemnon's shoes. Just imagine the situation. Don't listen to their words or their words even. Just imagine the situation and you will see the light. You will see the solution of this case. And it is not stoning Orestes. Stoning is too harsh of a punishment.
Of course it is.
Yes, it is too harsh of a punishment.
Death deserves death.
And if you must punish Orestes, I suggest something else. Something which is good for you, for me, for both of sides. For example, we had exiled from the town, from the Argos with his sister and the murder accomplished in the murder Electra. But stoning is the mistake of this case. And even a better idea, to be cleared of his sins. Don't you think that compromise should win in this case? Don't you think that I'm someone who can talk about this case because I had the similar situation? Don't you think that compromise is the best solution of this case? I believe in you, people of Argos. I believe that you will choose a right decision which is good for everyone here.
That's that. Finally, the last defendant takes stand.
Orestes himself. Orestes?
Gods are punishing him.
This is all an act.
He has gone mad.
You see them? Goddesses, females from hell are chasing me, and Apollo defends me. You can't see them. And you can't see the bow and arrows that Apollo has given me to fight them off in the name of all that is male and masculine. All of you are men. and think what it means for a mother to abandon her son as I was abandoned. For a wife to kill her husband. For a slut to kill a king. I deserve not exile, but a crown, the crown of Arcus kingship.
You deserve that.
Which belonged to my father Atreus, to my grandfather Atreus, to my father Agamemnon, and rightly belongs to me.
Now it belongs to someone else.
You don't deserve it.
I did not commit murder. I performed punishment that every man here should appreciate. Everyone who is the son, everyone who is the husband, has only bad women. Like my mother, I didn't choose her. Like her sister Helen. If you free me, I will go on and I will kill Helen, who is in town now.
Monster!
I kill bad women. All of you blame Agamemnon, but Agamemnon fought, my father fought gloriously and won a war to defend marriage, to defend his brother's possession of Helen. Blame Helen, as I do, and if you free me, I know how I can catch her. I will kill her. And I'll kill other bad women who present themselves.
That's not your duty.
That makes me a hero.
That makes you mad.
The great heroes, Heracles and Theseus and Achilles, all fought Amazons. Well, we don't have them in Argos. We don't have them in Sparta, but we had Helen in Sparta, Helen of Troy. Clytemnestra at Argos, who betrayed her husband, her son, her daughter Electra, who hated her even more than I did. I didn't want to kill my mother. I hesitated before killing her.
But you did it anyway.
Apollo commanded that I do that, but all the other reasons... of the performers, except that if I did, I would splatter all over the place further than it is. There's a spot. Nobody slip on that, please.
Now that the trial is over, I beg of you to raise your hands, those in favor of prosecutors.
Make right decision, people.
Go.
You saw the madman.
That's right, people.
Now, those in favor of the defendants, raise your hands. This case goes to the prosecutor. You are now to give the suggestion of the punishment which would be...
This crime can only be punished by death.
I don't think like that. I think that exiled from the town, or even to be cleared of his sins, is the best idea for this case.
May now those in favor of the suggestion that the prosecutors gave raise your hands. What do you think about the suggestion that the defendants made? Well, hereby Christians is charged guilty and will be expelled from this town for 10 years.
I'm going to Athens. I'm going to appeal. I'm going to appeal to the gods, and I'm going to win. Thank you all.
Dear students, dear Victor, it was really something. I really couldn't believe that you had only maybe 2-3 days for your preparation, that you met Victor only once, as far as I know, and that you really made such a performance which is on the highest possible level. I'm so proud of my students. Thank you so much for being a part of this group. But most of all, our gratitude goes to Victor, who is with us for so many years now. How many?
I think I first was here in 2010, so
something like that.
About 8 years.
Who also made last year a fantastic performance, and he was Heracles. Someone maybe can remember that. But this performance today was really a perfect piece of theater, a perfect piece of Greek literature, but most of all, a perfect piece of trial. It showed that all our students are going to be perfect lawyers. I was watching them and thinking whether they're going to be politicians, journalists, diplomats, and I decided in my soul to completely give them advice. Be lawyers. You're going to earn a lot of money. You're incredible. You're so convincing. You have such a great performance, such a great, well, I must say, you're all persuasive so strongly that I was in a great problem how to decide. I gave my votes to you just because the performance was a little bit better. But your side was also more than great. Of course, you had someone who was with you, and maybe people could expect that this side will win. Victor, I'm sorry. Although you did a lot.
The assembly voted correctly.
Students are more successful than professor.
Sorry for calling you an animal, Professor.
Oh, I am. A high primate.
Dear friends, thank you so much for participating in this real wonderful performance. Hoping to have Victor again next year with a new idea that he launches. All the ideas that we had until now were screenplayed and completely arranged by Victor. And we are really owing great really gratitude for your friendship, for your regular coming to Belgrade in December or end of November, and we are expecting you the next year as well. Welcome again to the University of Belgrade Faculty of Law. E sada svi mogu da se slikaju sa njima, pošto su naplaćuju samo 5 dinara fotografiju.